and will not do. And we have already made up our minds, and the issue is settled. And we're told in verse 2 that Joseph was a prosperous man, and verse 3 tells us that the Lord made all that he did to prosper in his hand. Watch this. Because some may have looked at Joseph's advancement in the house of Potiphar as good luck. They see a young man like Joseph, and he has some bad breaks, and things turn around from him. Things start heading in the other way. People look at it and say, man, he sure is lucky. Can I help somebody in the house? Christians do not believe in luck. Do I have a witness? There ain't no such thing as luck for children of the living God. Y'all missing that. That there is a difference between luck and favor. I don't have luck. I have faith. Do I have a witness in the house? Joseph prospered because God blessed him. Joseph prospered because God saw in Joseph a man that he could trust to do his will. Maybe God, I don't know, but maybe God blesses some people more than he does others because they just have the right kind of character. Maybe they enjoy his blessings because they have integrity. Maybe they are blessed because he can trust them to do what's right. Y'all didn't shout on that one, did you? Joseph was in a bad situation, but he still lived a life that was blessed by the Lord. And I'm sure that his life was a life of endless drudgery and service, but he was faithful to his task. His character caused him to be faithful to his God and to his human master. As a result, God blessed his life and God blessed his work. Are y'all with me? Let's hear two thoughts I don't want you to miss. First of all, just because you're going through some trials and problems does not mean that God is not blessing you. You might not see him moving in your life, but just trust him. And in his time, oh, y'all listen, in his time, he will manifest his presence, he will manifest his glory, and he will manifest his power. Do I have a witness in the house? When you are faithful to God, God will be faithful to you. Watch this, because here's the other thing. Joseph made the best of a terrible situation. He demonstrated a power, Jack. He demonstrated a proper attitude in the midst of his trials. So should we. The secret to happiness in the hard times that we find ourselves in is how we respond to what's happening to us. See, 90% of living a joyful life is simply responding well to your trials. Y'all missing it? Okay. All right. 2 grasshoppers fell into a bucket of fresh milk. One was so upset that he quickly lost all hope. He sank and he drowned. The other one tried hard to get out. Know what he did? He kicked and he kicked. He kicked and he kicked. He kicked and he kicked. Until eventually he churned that milk into butter and walked on out. Come here. It's all about how you handle life. Do I have a witness in here? Either you will handle life or life will handle you. Do I have a witness in the house? You got to have the right attitude. Touch your neighbor, you got to have the right attitude. And I don't know about you, but I ain't going to let nothing take me down. This thing may take me down, but baby sure ain't going to take me out. Do I have a witness? I'm here right now because I kept kicking. Do I have a witness? I'm here right now because I kept churning. I kept kicking. Because I was determined that ain't no devil in hell gonna take me down. You want to help me preach this? Come on, say, y'all want to help me preach this? Touch on kicking, keep on kicking, keep on kicking. Keep on kicking. Because if you kick long enough, what you're in, you will get out of. God protected him. God prospered him. But here's the third thing. God promoted him. Look at it, look at it, look at it. Potiphar saw that the hand of God was upon the life of Joseph. He knew there was something special about this Hebrew slave, and as he watched Joseph work, as he saw the results of his work, Potiphar saw that everything that Joseph touched turned to gold. And in the process, Potiphar promoted Joseph and made him the overseer of his entire household. Joseph was in control of everything that happened in Potiphar's home and in his business interests. Potiphar learned that he could trust Joseph to do the right thing. And he discovered that Joseph was a man of integrity. He was a worker who did the best job that he could for his master. Joseph served Potiphar like he was serving the Lord. Oh, y'all missed that. There's a word for somebody in here today. We all have to answer to somebody. Whoever that person or group of people may be, we should give them our best at all times. I'm going to mess with somebody right now. That means then giving 8 hours of work for 8 hours of pay. That means doing what they tell you to do without complaint and without an attitude. That means serving them like you were serving the Lord. Don't you know that's what the spirit of excellence is all about? Come here, somebody. Whatever you do in word or in deed, do it all to the glory of God. Regardless of the situation in which he finds himself, Joseph walks with integrity, seeking to glorify his God, and it showed up in his life. Joseph didn't have to blow his trumpet and tell Potiphar what he was, how a great believer he was. The life that he lived proclaimed the glory of his God, and Potiphar saw for himself the influence of God in the life of Joseph. The touch of God on Joseph's life opened the door for Joseph to share his faith with Potiphar. The same thing ought to be true about all of us. The life that we live should be so different from the world around us that the mark of God's favor will be clear for all to see. Come here. Jesus said this: let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify the Father that is in heaven. Listen, Joseph lived a godly life. He glorified God, and God promoted him and used him in a powerful way. If he could trust us with the tasks he assigns us to do, he will trust us with greater things down the road. Come here, somebody. He that is faithful in that which is least is faithful also in the much. And he that is unjust in the least is unjust also in the much. Here's the problem. Here's the point. When we bloom where we have been planted and we serve the Lord with integrity, God will open up new avenues of service for us. Do I have a witness in the house? When we walk in the way that God would have us to walk, and when we do what God has told us to do, there ought to be some witnesses here in the house who will testify that God can open up doors that we never imagined in our life. Do I have a witness in the house? I'm done. But God used the sorrows of Joseph's life to shape him into the man he desired to become. The trials Joseph faced and the trials that you and I face are never easy. They do teach us one simple thing, though. Here's a shout. They teach us to depend upon God. Do I have a witness? That's because that's why God allows